Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, waking up hope for the elect. Coming to another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying. A short, quick lesson, Lord's willing. Scriptures proof that we are living in the last days. The scriptures prove that we are living in the last days. There's many signs that we are living in the last days. And just a little lesson, because we're supposed to keep watch and pay attention to the signs of the seasons, okay? To the things that's going on in the news, okay? To the wars, rumors of wars, the earthquakes in diverse places, famine, pestilences. All these is happening, okay? Among other signs. And I'm finna get into it. So Lord's willingness be edifying, okay? Now the first chapter, I'm going to is 2 Peter, because the main signs that we have today is the scoffers, okay? You got people scoffing against the truth, coming up to the camps, okay? You got people coming up on brothers' comment boards, talking trash, okay? You got scoffers saying that the Bible isn't real. The Bible was written by the so-called white men, okay? The Bible was given to us in slavery by the so-called white men. It was written by the so-called white men. But we know truth that these scriptures were written by holy men, okay? That was moved by the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. But we got scoffers. They don't believe in the truth, okay? They trying to justify the LGBT, the lesbians, transgenders, bisexual, homosexuals, okay? When we condemn them, they want to scoff against that. They want to scoff that the word point blank period. They scoffing that the Bible is not real, okay? That it's just a book with good stories in it, okay? Great stories. That's it. Scoffers all over the planet. So that's one of the ways we know we are in the end times. I'm going to read this. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. And it reads, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? Meaning Yahushua. Where is it? This is what they say. Where is the promise of his coming? Y'all been saying this for generations and generations, okay? For centuries and decades, y'all been saying, oh, the Son of the Most High coming back. Okay, what they call Jesus, he's supposed to be coming back. We'll say, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? And this is what they say, man. Okay, this is what they say, scoffing, man, about the Lord coming back. That's how we know we in the last days. That's one way, okay? Now, I'm going to read Acts chapter 2. Now, actually, I'm going to go to the Old Testament first. This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 30. And I will show wonders in the heavens, okay, meaning in space and the earth. Those are representing heavens, okay? And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. Pillars of smoke, he said blood and fire and pillars of smoke. And we see fires going on all the time, okay? You see blood. You see the blood moons, pillars of smoke, man, okay? Different signs. War going on, man, okay? Fire just starting out of nowhere from the sun because it's being too dry in different parts of the country, all over the country. They said 2018 has been the record for the driest year ever. So the sun has been burning things up, man, starting fires everywhere. So it said, I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and that was the total solar eclipse that just happened, and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. Okay? So these things have been happening, man. Blood, fire, and pillars of smoke. Okay, you got a lot of wickedness going on. Okay, a lot of killings. Okay, a lot of killings, man. Raping, robbing, murdering. Okay, a lot of adultery. All these things is going on, man. Okay, and I'm going to get that real quick. This is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 2, and it reads, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. So in Joel chapter 2, verse 30, when it say, and I will show wonders in heaven, in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. Okay, that's some of the blood, man. By swearing and lying. This is this is Hosea chapter 4, verse 2. By swearing, and that's all our people do, is swear, okay, which they don't supposed to do, man. The Lord said you don't supposed to do that. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 sins that they are committing, okay? Swearing, lying, killing, and stealing and committing adultery. That they break out in blood touching blood, okay? These are signs. Now he say, the sun shall be turned into darkness, which was the total solar eclipse, and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah cometh. Okay, now that same precept in Joel chapter 2, verse 30 and 31 is in Acts chapter 2 and verse 19, and it reads, and I will show wonders in heaven above and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned to darkness and the moon into blood before the great and notable day of the Lord cometh. Okay, now them signs, man. We had the blood moons, we had the total solar eclipse. That's signs. Okay, we got the scoffers. Okay, heavy scoffers, man, talking about where's the promise of his coming. Now, this is 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 3. 2 Timothy chapter 3. And I'm going to start at verse 1. And it reads, this know also that in the last days perilous times, meaning dangerous times, shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. Okay? Hey, and that's doing these selfies, homosexuals, okay? Transgenders. It's a covetous, boasters, and you got plenty of people that boast. They proud, they arrogant, okay? It's a proud, it's a boasters, proud, blasphemers. And we got plenty of blasphemers, man, coming up against the Holy Spirit. Okay, coming up against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Disobedient to parents. Okay, unthankful, unholy, man. It's a disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. Without natural affection, truce breakers. Okay, false accusers. Okay, it's a fierce despisers of those that are good. Traitors. It's a heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yahweh. Okay, loving their money, man. They tell you that the root's all evil, man. The love of money is the root to all evil. It's not money, it's the love of it, okay? It's a lovers of pleasures, okay? It's a incontinent, Yeah, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away, for of this sort are they which creep into houses and leap, and for of this sort are they which crept into houses and led captive silly women, laden with sin, led away with divers lusts. Okay, so they just it's wicked, man. Okay, lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient, okay, to parents, unthankful, unholy, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of self. Okay, so these in the last days, these is what we got going on, man. All of this wickedness. Okay, now, this is Matthew chapter 24. I'm going to read verse 6 and 7. And it reads, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And we got that going on now, man, with Trump and Putin, Kim Jong-un, Iran president, Saudi Arabia president, okay, Syria. All these is rumors of war. And you actually got wars going on. Because Pakistan going against India, Israel going against Syria, okay? And you got North America joined with Israel, going up against Syria. Okay, Trump putting sanctions on all these other countries, man. That's basically starting wars, man. That's rumors of wars and wars, man. Okay, that's going on now. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and that's that's Trump, that's North Korea going against North America, and North America going against Russia, North America going against Syria, North America going against Iran, North America going against Saudi Arabia. Okay, and all the other allies going to turn on North America. So I say, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, which meaning lack of food, no food, and pestilences. That's all different type of diseases going on right now. Okay, and earthquakes, which going on in Mexico, Hawaii, China, Japan. Earthquakes going all over the world, everywhere, man. They say earthquakes in diverse places, mean different places where it had never been before. Okay, all these are the beginning of sorrow. Okay, so these are the signs of the last days, man. These are the signs of the last days. Okay, now I'm finna jump to Genesis and read this, because this is another sign that we are in the last days. This is Genesis chapter 11, and I'm going to start at verse 1. And the whole earth was one language and of one speech, and that was the Hebrew. Okay, that was the Hebrew. And they said one to another, go, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, go, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach into heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And the Lord Yahweh said, behold, the people is one. I mean, they became one nation. Same thing they're doing now with the New World Order. Becoming one. Everybody being joined together under one banner. And they have all one language, which was the Hebrew. And this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their languages. This is what Yahweh was telling the angels to go do. Okay? This is what Yahweh shall tell the angels to go do. That they may not understand one another's speech. Okay? That's when the Lord changed the language up. Okay? Mixed up everybody's languages. So the Lord Yahweh scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build a city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord Yahweh did there confound the language of all the earth. And from thence did the Lord Yahweh scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. Now, okay, North America, confusion. Babel, mean confound, confused them. Same thing, man. Okay? The same thing going on then with the one language. Now, what are they trying to do right now? This is my point of bringing out this scripture. Right now, they got the Rosetta Stone and all these other languages to teach you other languages. And what did Obama say when he was in office? Everybody should learn Spanish and other languages so you can understand whatever. So on these jobs, if you're bilingual with your language, then you'll be able to speak to other people. So what they trying to do is the same thing they were doing back then, man. Mix the languages up so everybody can be one in speech. Okay? Because the speeches is the Lord has gave everybody a different language. Okay? So they trying to rejoin the language back to one, as everybody should be bilingual, if I'm saying it correctly, to use different language so everybody can be able to understand everybody. Okay? That's going on right now, man. In the last time, they is trying to bring that whole everybody under one banner. That's what Obama, when he was in office, said it's no more a Christian state. Everybody can worship what they worship under the banner of Christianity. Okay? That's that same Tower of Babel, man. When everybody was together as one. That's what's going on right now. That's another sign that we are in the latter days, or in the last days. Okay? Now, I'm going to go to Daniel chapter 12 and verse 4. And it reads, But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. How is knowledge increased? Okay, you got all these different social media pages. You got YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, okay, MySpace, all these different pages, man, okay, to go on with different type of things. Knowledge shall be increased. You got, okay, 100 years ago, man, they didn't have no planes to go from Florida to New York in 30, 40 minutes, or from whatever city in North America to China, or from China to Russia in no time. Okay? Knowledge shall increase. They got these bullet trains, man. Okay? You got these bullet trains. These other countries got bullet trains. You got trains. You got these cars. This knowledge, man, increased. You got these cell phones. Okay? You got these high-grade laptops. Okay? All these new laptops. These upgraded laptops and iPads. Okay? All these high-tech cell phones. All this high-tech technology, man. Okay? Refrigerators with technology in the refrigerators and all these different things, man. All these different electronics. High-tech, man. That's knowledge shall be increased. And on the righteous side, the elect is increasing in this truth, man. The Lord is giving his elect men about this truth. But that knowledge that's increasing, that's all the technology that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has got over the whole earth, man. Okay? And they going from 4G to 5G. All this high-tech technology, man. That's knowledge. The knowledge shall increase, man. On a massive level, man. All type of technology, man, is increasing. Okay? That's another sign how we're in the last days, man. And he told Daniel, seal up the book, man. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased, man. And that's what's going on right now, man. It's so much knowledge, man. You don't even got to go to the library no more. to look up nothing about history, nothing about nothing, man. You can go right to Google and punch in anything you're looking for. Okay, for example, you got a lot of people think that Cleopatra is a so-called black woman, man. Cleopatra was an Edomite, and it's on the internet. Okay, she was the daughter of Ptolemy Soto, man. A lot of people believe she's an Edomite. All you gotta do go on Google, and you can see that for yourself, man. Go to history. You can go to history and find out about everything, man. Okay, you can go on history. You can go on Google and find out Martin Lucifer Queen was a faggot, man. Okay, he was having sex with another dude, man. Okay, this is all proof, facts. So the knowledge is increased, man. You can find out anything you want on the internet, man. It's all on the internet. The knowledge has increased, man. Okay, that's another sign that we're in the last days. The RFID microchip, people getting it in their hand right now. It's hundreds of thousands of people that have the RFID microchip in their hand, man. The technology, unlocking their car doors. Okay, they got the technology you can put on your door, your house, man. You can lock your door from your cell phone, man. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 3. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed. It's talking about the Israelites. Okay. And my blessing upon thy offspring, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourses. Meaning all these different camps. You got all these different camps out here springing up. This is another sign we're in the last days. Because if these camps were like this in the 60s, man, we would have been getting hung, man. Okay, Esau would have been coming by with their pickup trucks, lynching niggas, man. Okay? This is another sign that we know that we're in the last days, man. The Lord has risen up his men. Okay, he said, start off verse 3. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun. Jeshurun means Yahshua, which is he prince, whom I have chosen. He said, O Jacob, for I will pour water upon him that is thirsty. And that's his elect men that's been searching for the truth. Okay, that's also that knowledge shall increase. Okay, he said, I will pour out water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. And I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourses. And that's all these camps throughout the four corners of the earth, man, springing up. Okay, as among the grass, man. That's what that's talking about, man. These camps are springing up all over the world, man. This truth is increasing on a massive level, man. The same way Esau knowledge is increasing with their technology, the same way the nation of Israel, the elect knowledge is increasing on a massive level with this word, man, with this truth. Okay, so the same thing going on the left hand side with increasing knowledge, the same thing going on the right hand side with increasing knowledge. This is how we know we're in the end days. Okay, now it said, the Lord said, I will pour out water upon them that is thirsty. Let's get a precept to that real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 1. And it reads, Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye buy and eat. Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Okay, he said, Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters. He said he gonna do what? Isaiah 44 and 3. For I will pour water upon them that is thirsty. What is this water? Let's get it, man. This is John chapter 7, verse 38. And it reads, He that believe on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Out of your mind shall flow this truth, man. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, this righteousness. Okay? That's how we know in the last days, man. Got to get another one. This is John chapter 15, verse 3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Okay? This word is going out everywhere, man. This is Psalms 119, verse 9. Wherewith shall a young man cleanse his ways? By taking heed thereto according to thy word, man. Okay? So this wisdom and knowledge is increasing, man. The Lord say in Isaiah 33 and 6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. That's how we know we're in the last days. Because his men is springing out with truth, and they going into heavy history and breaking down these precepts with history on top of history, man. And we know who we are now. We know we the Hebrew Israelites. And the world know it too as well, man. The elites been know. But now we know, because knowledge has increased the same way on the left-hand side of the Lord, it's increasing on the right-hand side of the Lord. Okay? Now this is Deuteronomy chapter 2, chapter 4, and I'm gonna start at verse 27. And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in numbers. Okay, among the heathen, wherewith the Lord Yahweh shall lead you, and there you shall serve gods, the work of men's hand, wood and stone. And that's talking about those churches. All these churches built out of wood and stone. Okay, which neither see nor hear nor smell. And they got us worshiping. They got people worshiping the cross. Okay. But if from thence, where you were scattered at, thou shalt seek the Lord Yahweh thy power, thou shalt find him, if thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Verse 30, when thou art in tribulation, and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days, if thou turn to the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah thy power, and shall be obedient unto his voice, for the Lord thy power is a merciful power. He will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers which he swore unto them. Okay? So, what's going on right now, man? These camps, okay, is springing up, like it tell you in Isaiah 44. So, men is keeping the high holy days, the feast days. They following the laws to the best of their ability. Okay? This is going on right now, man. Men is keeping the laws, man. They turning back to the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, man. So that's how we know we in those days, man. Okay. Now, this is Isaiah chapter 6. No, Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 17. And I will wait upon the Lord Yahweh that hideth his face from the house of Jacob, and I will look for him. Now, that's a cold cut to what I just read in Deuteronomy chapter 4. Okay, chapter 4, verse 29. But he say, but if from thence thou shalt seek the Lord thy power, thou shalt find him, if thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. That's why I say right here in Isaiah chapter 8, verse 17, and I will wait upon the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, that hideth his face from the house of Jacob, and I will look for him. Okay? So he tell you in Deuteronomy, if you search him, ye shall find him. If you search him out early, man. Because he said in Proverbs chapter 1 and Amos chapter 8 and 11 that it's going to be a famine of the word, and you ain't going to be able to find the Lord, man. So we are seeking him right now. That's how you know in the end of the days, man, because man is keeping the high holy days, the feast days, and keeping the commandments to the best of their ability, man. Following these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, to the best of their ability. That's how we know, man. Okay? We are in the last days, man, because these things are happening, man. And we almost out of here. Now, this is my main kicker. Matter of fact, I got one more before I bring that out. This is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 20. And it reads, this is another sign that we're in the last days. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 20. And though the Lord Yahweh give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And we see the apostles and elders, man. every day on videos, on the YouTube, on the Unicorn, and in the highways and byways every Saturday, man. Every Friday and Saturday. We see our apostles and our elders, man. Whether they go out on Friday and Saturday. We see our teachers, man. The ones that woke us up to the truth, man. Great Millstone, we see our apostles and elders every day, every week, man. Okay, the Lord say, reading again, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20, and though the Lord Yahweh give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And when they was in a corner, man, they was in the house of David, okay, the school they was in, okay. Only people knew about them was the ones in New York, man, when they first started out, okay. They was in New York. Wasn't no other camps all over the world, man, in every state. They started in New York with the apostles and the elders, man. Then it spread it. So we see our teachers, man. These are prophecies, man. We see our teachers, man. Okay? Now, this is a major kicker that I'm finna bring out, man. This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 17. And this is research, okay? And I was watching an Edomite video. A Edomite, a so-called white man, okay? And he brought this out, man. And I went and did some research on it. And sure enough, it's true, man. This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 17. That they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. Okay? It say, and the abomination, okay, and the mouse with the swine flesh. Now, it's a university in Canada, man. Let me tell you what they done did. This is a major prophecy, man. They done created, it's called the Enviro pig. Okay? It's called the Enviro pig. ENVIRO-PIG. The Enviro pig. This is the University of Canada that has done this, man. It's called the Enviro pig. They have breeded a pig and a mouse together, man. Okay? With some feces. Okay? With some feces or whatever, man. But they have injected the DNA from a mouse into a pig, man. They have joined the mouse and the pig together. Okay? This is the University of Canada, man. I'm reading this again. Isaiah 66, verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination, and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. It say the swine's flesh and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together. They have joined a pig and a mouse together, man, in DNA. And this is proof. I've been searching this, man. Okay? The University of Canada had did this, man. They created the Enviro pig, man. And you can look it up when you get time. So we know, and these just a few scriptures, man, to know we're in the end times, man. Okay? We know there's too many signs going on for us not to know, man. Okay, the same thing going on in Sodom and Gomorrah. When the Lord destroyed their fire, it's the same thing going on right now, man, with this LGB. Okay? Ain't had no transgender back then because they weren't doing no sex changes. But you had the homosexuals and the lesbians and the bisexuals. Okay? That was going on back then, man. And it's the same thing going on now, along with the transgenders, man. And that's more knowledge has increased. Because now you got these doctors that's performing these surgeries to change sex changes, man. That's more knowledge increasing, man. Okay? Brain surgeries, heart transplants. Okay? Changing your sex change. You're having a sex change. Okay? Hey, these vaccine shots, man. Creating AI technology, man. All this nanotechnology, all this, you know what I'm saying, this technology, man. Okay? That's the increasing of knowledge, man. Plastic surgery, butt shots, breast implants for the women and the men. Okay? So we in the last days, man. And if can't nobody see this, then they just blind and the Lord don't want them to get it. That's 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. If this gospel be here, it is here to them that are lost. But we are in the last days, man. This is titled Scripture Proof We Are Living in the Last Days, man. Okay? Chariots are being sighted more and more. That's in the scriptures, man. Okay? Hey, so with that, I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekah Korash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth. We're going to hopefully let Lord willing, it was edifying. And I want to say this. Look up the University of Canada, man. They have joined together mouse and pig, man. It's called an Enviro pig, man. ENVIRO pig, man. Okay? That is Isaiah 66 verse 17, man. Swine's flesh, the abomination, and the mouse together, man. Okay? Look that up, man. This is a prophecy. We know we're in the last days. Hey, Shalom.